The Essence of Meditation. Chapter 10, Techniques and Tips. In the previous chapter, I pointed out that the ultimate method of meditation is to maintain the stillness of the body, and all other methods are convenient methods that revolve around the ultimate method. Among various convenient methods, each one has its own set of rules and techniques, which are condensed from the wisdom and efforts of our predecessors. However, the techniques we are going to discuss here are not some special techniques of a particular convenient method, but general techniques that apply to the ultimate method. In other words, what we are going to discuss is how to better maintain stillness, or how to maintain stillness for a longer period of time. In physics, the stability of an object is related to its center of gravity and the area of its base. When the base area is constant, the lower the center of gravity, the more stable it is. When the center of gravity is constant, the larger the base area, the more stable it is. When we sit in meditation, the height of the center of gravity has been determined, so the area of the base becomes the determining factor of body stability. Taking the cross-legged sitting posture as an example, the most common postures are easy pose, half lotus, and full lotus. Full lotus sitting refers to the sitting posture where both feet are placed on the thighs of the opposite side, legs crossed, and soles facing upward. When you sit in the full lotus position, your legs are crossed and pressed together, which forms a very stable structure that is unlikely to wobble. Moreover, both of your knees are fully supported on the ground, and if you connect the points where the two knees and the hips touch the ground, you form a base that is close to an equilateral triangle. When you sit in the easy pose, both your feet are on the ground, while both your knees are suspended in the air. If you connect the points where your feet touch the ground and where your hips touch the ground, you form an isosceles triangle as the base. When most people sit in the easy pose, their feet generally fall within the equilateral triangle of the full lotus position. Therefore, the base of the isosceles triangle formed by the easy pose naturally falls entirely within the equilateral triangle formed by the full lotus position. In half lotus sitting, you place the top of one foot against the opposite thigh, while the other foot is on the ground. In other words, one foot and one knee are touching the ground. If you connect the point where that foot touches the ground with the point where the knee touches the ground and the point where the hips touch the ground, you form an ordinary triangle between the equilateral triangle formed by the full lotus position and the isosceles triangle formed by the easy pose position. It can be seen that the base area of the full lotus position is the largest, the base area of the easy pose position is the smallest, and the base area of the half lotus position is in between. In other words, the full lotus position is the most stable, followed by the half lotus position, while the easy pose position is the least stable. However, both the full lotus and the half lotus positions require high flexibility and are not suitable for everyone. For individuals who can only sit in the easy pose position, not only is the base area the smallest, but also their legs are often entirely suspended in the air, which is extremely unstable. However, a remedial solution is to insert two small sponges between the feet and the legs to significantly improve the stability of the legs as well as the body. The postures of the lower and upper body are equally important. For example, chest in and back straight is a very useful technique that not only increases the stability of the upper body, but also helps to alleviate shoulder and back pain that may arise during meditation. Back straight means to stretch and expand the muscles of the back, lengthening the spine from top to bottom, which is relatively easy to understand. However, chest in is not so easy to understand. Clearly, it is neither chest out nor hunchback, but a posture in which both shoulders are slightly pulled forward and inward, somewhat like what is commonly known as shoulder shrugging, only with the shoulders pulled forward instead of upward. You may find the chest in posture strange. In fact, chest in and back straight, like breath control, and belly breathing mentioned in Chapter 9, are all automatic results of reaching a certain depth of meditation. However, Since chest in and back straight can occur unconsciously once one has practiced meditation for a while, it can be seen as another example of reverse causality. Nevertheless, sometimes reverse causality can be beneficial if it is used properly. For example, even if you have not yet experienced that spontaneous phenomenon in meditation, consciously practicing chest in and back straight during meditation can be a quick and effective remedy for preventing or reducing shoulder and back pain. So, how can chest in and back straight address shoulder and back pain problems? The reason is that it is the most relaxed posture for your upper body. In fact, it is very similar to the curled-up position you adopt when you sleep. That is why most people prefer to sleep on their side, rather than lying on their back for most of the night. That is also why most of the ancient lying meditation methods were performed in the side-lying position, rather than on the back. In addition, when you sit in meditation, you usually cross your hands and place them in front of your lower abdomen or on your legs or knees, instead of on both sides of your body. You do that in order to allow both shoulders to naturally move slightly forward and inward, forming the posture of chest in and back straight. For the same reason, when you do standing meditation, known as Zhanzhuang in Chinese, you often hold your hands in a ball-holding posture in front of your chest. In summary, chest in and back straight is not only a technique for sitting meditation, but also for standing meditation, Tai Chi, and many other martial arts. And the purpose of chest in and back straight is to allow your body, especially your upper body, to be in the most natural, relaxed, and energy-efficient position. As mentioned in Chapter 6, 1,000 hours, meditating in short and frequent sessions is a practical approach for beginners. However, for those who have already meditated for hundreds of hours, gradually extending the duration of each meditation session is key to improving meditation efficiency. That is because each time you meditate, you need to go through a warm-up period before entering a deeper state. The length of that warm-up period may vary for each person as he or she progresses through the different levels of meditation. To accurately measure your exact warm-up time, you can use the sleep monitoring function of a smartwatch or smart bracelet. For example, your smartwatch may show that it always takes 20 minutes for you to transition from light sleep to deep sleep during each meditation session. That means that if you meditate for half an hour each time, you will only get 10 minutes of deep sleep, and if you meditate twice a day for half an hour each time, you will accumulate 20 minutes of deep sleep, but if you meditate for an hour each time, even if you only meditate once a day, you can get 40 minutes of deep sleep. In other words, spending the same amount of time, an hour of continuous meditation can get twice as much deep sleep as 2 separate half hours of meditation. Many studies have shown that the benefits of deep sleep far outweigh those of light sleep, which is the secret to improving the efficiency of meditation by extending the meditation time of each session. So, is it better to meditate for as long as you can in each session? The answer is no, because maintaining any posture for an extended period of time can potentially harm your body. Taking the difficult full lotus position as an example, the position puts destructive pressure on the hip joints due to the outward rotation of those joints. Furthermore, the knee joint is twisted to an extreme degree, causing the patella to be squeezed to its limit, and the blood vessels that supply the knee joint are compressed, cutting off the blood supply. Additionally, the tibia is rotated, which forcefully rotates the knee joint, causing destructive pressure on it. Moreover, when you place your feet on your legs in the lotus position, you are rotating and squeezing your ankle joints and feet, which may injure them. Also, the pressure on the leg muscles and blood vessels in the lotus position hinders blood circulation, reducing or even blocking the blood supply to the leg joints and muscles. Compared to the full lotus position, the half lotus and the easy pose positions exert much less pressure on your body. However, even the seemingly harmless easy pose position can still cause a certain degree of twisting in the knee joint. As a matter of fact, it is not advisable to maintain for long periods of time any posture that puts excessive pressure on the muscles, blood vessels, bones, or joints. So, how do you meditate for long periods of time without harming yourself? The answer is that you should constantly try different methods and postures. In addition to sitting meditation, you can also meditate while standing, lying down, or kneeling. And you don't have to sit on the ground, you could sit more comfortably in a chair or on a couch. The ultimate goal of trying different methods is to fully integrate meditation into your daily life, meditating at any time, in any place, and in any posture. Perhaps you may think that meditating at any time, in any place, or in any posture is impossible. However, if you truly understand the essence of meditation, which is to keep the mind awake while allowing the body to sleep, and the way to let the body sleep is to keep it still, you know that it is not a mission impossible at all. In fact, as explained in Chapter 7, even uniform linear motion or slow non-uniform motion can also be meditation, which can lead your mind to a peaceful and stable state. Actually, that is the ultimate goal of meditation, because meditation is not about pursuing fantastic feelings or even the so-called unity of heaven and humanity, but about allowing your mind to always stay calm in beautiful and eternal moments. Finally, let us end with a joke. Once there were two smokers who were attending a meditation course with a master, and they both wanted to know if they could smoke during meditation. One of the smokers approached the master and respectfully asked, "Master, can I smoke while I meditate?" The master replied, "Of course not. Meditation requires focus. You cannot be distracted." When that smoker told the other smoker about the master's answer, the second smoker was not happy and came up with an idea. The next day, he went to the master and respectfully asked, "Master, can I meditate while I smoke?" The master replied, "Of course, if you can practice meditation even when you are smoking, that is wonderful,